Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I'm doing something a little bit different. It's Saturday. I'm going to do the load prompt, but I'm going to use the scraplift that I normally do on Sunday. So instead of Scrap Squad Sunday, this is Scrap Squad Saturday. And the reason I'm doing it is because the design is just so perfect for today's load prompt. The load prompt has to do with mirror images or doppelgangers or so technique and story. And I'm a little bit kind of prompt adjacent, I guess, to that, in that I'm using two photos of Ava that show her 10 years apart with kind of the same growl on her face. And I guess that was the way she handled nervousness about having her photo taken. So she's a doppelganger of herself 10 years ago. The first photo was taken in 2013 when she was 5, and the second one in 2023 when she was 15. So I'm going to, she's got the original has a lot of like splatters, and I thought I would do a little using this Tim Holtz stencil that kind of does, it's called Speckles, and I like the kind of the pattern of speckles that are there. Some are large, some are small, and I had the black soot ink out from a layout I did yesterday or day before or sometime. So I just thought I would try this. Oops, I was afraid I might do that, so it's an opportunity for embellishment, right? And I hate that it's a little bit square-ish, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. And like I said, I can always in this, I'm gonna kind of go heaviest down at the bottom there. And I'm gonna do some more. I don't think I need to do this, but up there, I'm gonna this isn't as easy and intuitive as I thought it might be. Let's see, I'm going to do it back down this way. And I'm going to kind of eyeball it. And see, I like it looks a little bit more random there when I don't try to get every little speckle. Whoops, that made kind of a mess. And you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing over here and make kind of a mess right there and kind of a mess right there. Let's go with the kind of a mess theme. Now let's see what we can do with that background. If I don't like it, I'll stop it and start the video over again, make something else. Okay, I have cut 3-inch squares of 3 pattern papers, and I'm going to kind of set them out I should have done 4 pattern papers because I have 4 different areas here. I'm going to kind of and we'll go there, and this will go here and there, because I want these to have that brighter background. I'm going to use this one up here and this one down here. And that's kind of what it's going to look like, and I can do some of the embellishing like out there. Okay, so let's kind of organize these, and I'm going to kind of just do this and then staple them in one area, but then I'm going to add some stitching. And I need to put some, actually, I'm going to staple them in 2 areas to make sure that they stay. And I hope I'm not using the last staples. My stapler has a bad habit of running out of staples in the middle of a video, which is always fun to deal with. So I'm going to cut these into 4 little sections of stitches. Just an extra little detail to add. Let's see. And I'll show you what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of adding it right here to that top piece of pattern paper to make it look like that's stitching those layers together. That's in case you hadn't already noticed the staple. Okay, so that's there. This is going to have I printed up the title too. So 10 years is on here. Let me do and I'm going to do this one with just 1 staple in each corner. I'm going to get the stitching. I love this design. There was a similar one in the, I think, 12 Days of Autumn scrap lifts. I call it kind of an interior grid, a grid that's kind of all smashed in the center, leaving lots of white space on the outside. And do that, and then we'll do this one here, here, here. And that will look kind of the same but messier. And I kind of want them all different. The stitching, in this case, I might put it down at the bottom because there's more of the pattern paper showing there than up here. And I want it, like I said, I want it on the top layer. And in this case, it's that blue polka dot, and I've moved that down below. The photos and the title blocks are 2.5 inches square, and the paper, the pattern paper pieces are 3 inches square. So I kind of wanted the pattern paper squares to show, and I knew I love putting them at wonky angles. So I'm thinking that's how that center grid piece is gonna look. And I'm just gonna go ahead. The periwinkle floral and the lavender floral are both Paige Evans, I think from Garden Shop. Oops, I didn't put the stitching on this one. Let's do that. Maybe I'll put this one up the side, because that's where that top piece shows. Okay, and let me get that one peeled up. And the teal dotty paper is Doodlebug, I think. It's a winter collection from many years ago. Okay, there. And now I've got a kind of random assortment of embellishments with no particular color theme going on. I wanted to put this on. Don't want to cover the stitching, so I will put it kind of like so with a piece of foam. Let's see if we can get that on there. Okay, having a little trouble with that. There we go. All right, that's there. And I have this piece of an umbrella with a little bird on it. None of these embellishments means anything or supports any theme. They are random not die cuts, but fussy cuts that I've done. And I thought they would just kind of add to the random look. There's a kind of a central color theme going on in the middle, and now I'm adding the accents. Let me get that tucked under there, and I'm going to kind of glue this down so it doesn't hook on anything. There we go. Just kind of, I'm going to place this on here with a piece of the thinner tape, and I've got a piece right here. It's wider, but thinner. I'm gonna go here. And I have some little tiny butterflies that I will add later. I kind of had in mind I wanted to do this here. Because that's still bothering me. And I'm gonna have to see. Let's see. I'm not happy with any of these flowers there unless I just have them kind of randomly out in the field in other areas. Let's say I did something like that. Or since that's there, maybe I'll do this here. I could live with that, and it covers up that area that embarrasses me, and allows me to continue to use this page instead of starting over. I'm just gonna kind of do that, and I'm gonna glue this down. And that can kind of stay up a little bit as it is wont to do. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of foam behind this top blossom there. And a little bit of glue here. I may want it hanging down. And extending out beyond the speckles. And then I wish I hadn't put that camera there. It's where I've pictured it being, but I don't know that I necessarily like it now that it's there. Okay, but I think if I add some butterflies there, and then this pink one up here, by that guy, and this little periwinkle-ish one, let's say right here. Not liking that. Maybe off to the side like this. And this one can be down here by the umbrella. And it's going to get lost in those speckles, but maybe I can do something about that. So now I want to find something to go right in the middle. And I'm gonna look at my flare to see, well, actually, let me look at these, see if I have any stickers that would work. These are just a little too, I don't know, hard to describe. Let's say I want to go with something that matches at least one of the papers. Maybe a lavender-ish flare, like that. Or a teal stripe, or maybe a few. And let me see if I can find a periwinkle-ish, bluish kind of one. Surely there should be something along those lines. How about those three? And I'm just going to put a small piece of tape behind them. And I'm just gonna kind of put them in a bit of a triangle there. And you know that I always use baby squirrels on here because that's what she was called. It was baby squirrel instead of baby girl. So let me see how I like these together. I'm just gonna kind of commit and lay them down and see what happens. I will put the baby squirrel up in the center like this. And I like that the teal is a stripe and not a dot. And I like the dots here and then that kind of, I don't know, denim look almost. Okay, so now I do have some sentiment stickers that I want to use. And here, I need to cover this up. I want one right there. I don't know what I want it to say, but love your spirit is good. And this brings in the same green of the camera. So I'm just gonna lay it there flat and maybe do another little butterfly. I think I have some more of those tiny butterflies. Let me pull this little box of fussy cuts. And I've got two more here. I'm pretty sure if I look hard enough, yes, I found another one. I've got a whole slew of butterflies, but I want all matching ones on there. Okay, so I think that's probably it for the tiny butterflies. And I'm gonna add this little, whoops, that's not a loose one, that one's actually attached. I'm gonna add this one right up there. Okay, and I've got a one that says enjoy today, and it's in a pretty color. So I thought I might put it here with this guy, and it kind of ties this back into the cluster. It's not, it'll keep me from being bothered by this flower being out there by itself, all by itself. So I'll move it a little closer to the cluster and have it kind of coming out there. Okay, then, oh no, there's another one. There's this one that just says noted. This one says best memories. I'm going to use the best memories right here. And I'm going to put a little foam. I want the thin foam. I've got so many different sizes and thicknesses of foam. But there isn't any foam behind these, so to even it out over there as it extends out, I don't need a real thick piece. This is kind of working out to be a very different color scheme for me. I like it though. Okay, so right here, and it kind of ties in with that guy. And I'm going to add a butterfly in a pink, because there seems to be some pink in that flower. So I'll put it right here and press down and curl it up. Okay, and down here, I need something here. How about all the feelings, and it's in a green. So that's gonna work, I think. Kind of right here. And you've got the green here, here, and here. And I'm thinking that's gonna look good. I need a piece of this kind of foam for there, but it's still gonna be too wide, I think. No, it's perfect. And it's gonna be too long, so I'll do this. And I'm gonna put it kind of right here, actually overlapping the cluster and tying into that. And then I'll put this little butterfly here. So I have got kind of butterflies and other embellishments in clusters, but none of them are the exact same shape. They're similar, they have similar elements, but arranged differently. And that's kind of part of the LOAD prompt, technique prompt, is to arrange things similarly but different. so that's what I've done. And now we need the baby squirrel. And let's see if I have this larger one that is one of the printables from I like that. It's one of the printables from Scrap-A-Sketch, the autumn themed. And so I'm just going to fussy cut it out. And that'll be a baby squirrel growling there. And believe me, I have seen squirrels growl. They're so cute. And I love it when they used to come on our deck. And we don't get them anymore now that there's a screen out there. But we're getting ready to have the screen removed because it wasn't installed correctly. And I don't know if we'll replace it or not. Depends on the cost, I think. Okay. How's that? That covers up so much of the flare. I could do it more offset like that, so it kind of goes into there. So let me get the glue on it. And I'll curl up the tail. Okay, go figure. I kind of like that. I kind of like it. Okay, and I think I'm done. I'm happy with it. It's a strange little page, and I have scrapped this recently in a layout that was titled Hoko, and it was filtered differently. But when I saw this come up in memories, I thought, oh my God, that's the same Growl. So I had to scrap the two of them together. And I had decided to do that even before the load prompt came out that was talking about, you know, similar but different kind of things. And it was based on Patti Smith and Patti Smythe, the two rock legends. And so I'm happy with this. I hope you're inspired to go crazy with your next layout. Thank you for watching. Bye.